Hello everyone, hope you're alright. In today's video, I'm going to plant some zinnia seeds. Here I have got my zinnia seeds, which is Lilliput mix. It's good for planting and for summer bouquets. This makes really beautiful flower arrangements. These are good for cut flowers. They can grow you need to sow them 0.5 centimeter deep seeds, and when it's 18 to 25 degrees centigrade you can sow them anytime April to May. These days we are in the end of March, weather is starting to warm up, we are having sunny weather these days, so I think it will be okay to start them. Plants need to go 15 centimeter apart from each other when you put them in the ground. They need full sun and they can grow up to 50 centimeter tall, and you can cut them for your fresh flower arrangements. They bloom from July to September. Germination time can be 15 to 20 days, and they look good in the middle of a border or back of border depending on where you want them. Really beautiful flowers. I grew them last year as well and I was quite happy with their progress. So I'm going to plant them today in these seed starting cells. There are 24 cells in this 38 centimeter seed starting tray, and I have got my multi-purpose compost here, which is kind of lumpy, so I'm breaking it down. So you need to use a good quality multi-purpose compost or potting mix. You should not use garden soil because that's not good for your seed starting or plants in the containers. This is light and fluffy and has enough nutrients for your seedlings to progress. Seeds do not need any nutrients when they germinate. Seedlings can go have nutrients from your multi-purpose compost or potting mix for a months or so. When they are like 4 to 5 inches tall and have a couple of set of true leaves, then you can start fertilizing them later on. So if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I upload my gardening videos on Mondays, Wednesdays and Saturdays in the morning, and I'm doing lots of gardening videos like starting seeds, planting bare roots, garden makeover, and I'm planting lots of vegetables and flowers. So I hope you would like them, so please check out those videos if you haven't already, and do press the bell icon so you get notified whenever I upload my gardening video. So I'm packing these cells with this multi-purpose compost nice and tight so there are no air pockets in it, and if there are any big lumps, make sure to break them so it's nice and fluffy. After filling off the seed tray, I'm going to water it so it's nice and moist. You need to make sure that when your compost is nice and moist when you plant your seeds, sow your seeds, because if you water afterwards, the seeds can dislodge. Looking good now. These Zinnia seeds are like kind of big seeds, you can see here. So I'm going to put 2 or 3 seeds in each cell. Later on I can decide if I want to thin them or transplant them if all of them germinates. think that's enough. And I'm going to lightly cover it with the compost because they need to be 5 centimeter deep. So it's really nice to grow flowers from seeds. These are annual flowers, which means they last only for one season. So you start them these days, then they bloom in summer, and then they are done until first frost, and next year you again start them from seeds. However, you can collect your own seeds, which is kind of fun thing to do, and next year you can start the seeds from your own, collect your seeds. So if you haven't grown any flowers before, I would highly recommend you start now, because it's really fun to grow your own flowers and make your own bouquets and fresh flowers. Looking good. I need to label it now. So it's important that you label your plants properly if you are doing more than one variety of flowers or seeds or whatever, because later on you can struggle identifying your plants. So it's 29th of April today. After 1 month and 1 week, you can see my whole seed tray is full of Zinnia seedlings. So I'm preparing to transplant them in these individual 7-ounce cups. Almost all of them germinated. You can see there is only one cell that is empty, and I have got 2 seedlings going on in many cells. Some have got 3 seedlings, and a couple of cells have got 4 or 5 seedlings as well. So I'm going to transplant them in these individual cups, which will give them more room to grow. So here you can see I have filled the cups with multi-purpose compost, which I use for all my planting. This is nice, loose and moist. I have filled the cups 1/4 or halfway with the multi-purpose compost, and then I have taken my seedlings out. So there were 2, so I gently pulled them away. So the compost is nice, loose and moist, so it's not compact, and the seedlings are still small, so they are not like bound together. So I managed to pull them apart easily. However, if you do struggle to pull your seedlings apart, it's a good idea to just cut the one seedling at the soil level and let the other grow. So it's up to you how you find it easy. I want to save as many seedlings as possible, so I normally like to transplant my seedlings in individual cups once they get to a manageable size, like 2 to 3 inch tall, or they have got like a couple of sets of true leaves. Then I can transplant them in individual cups. So we are having nice weather these days, but I still don't want to put them outside in the garden because they are still really small and I'm still working on lots of other things. So I want to give them more time to grow in the greenhouse for a month or so. So I'm going to transplant them in these cups. However, if you do want, you can put them in the garden by all means. So you can put them in the garden at this stage, or you can put them in your patio containers the way you like. It's basically at this point of time, it all depends on your choice whether you want to keep them in the greenhouse for much longer, or you want to shift them outside in patio containers or in the garden. It depends on your climate as well. We are having nice weather these days, but we are really not sure if we can get a frost or not. In fact, we had a hailstorm the other day, so it's still a little bit risky to put the seedlings out in the garden or the patio containers. So it's still good idea if you can manage, you have got the space in your greenhouse, you can go for this option, which is you can plant them individually in these 7-ounce cups, which will buy you more time, at least a month or so. So after a month or so in June, all the danger of frost would have gone, and then it will be much safer to plant them outside. So here you can see I have planted almost half of them. It's really easy. You just fill up the cup with compost the quarter way or halfway. Take your seedling out carefully without damaging the roots. Make sure you hold the seedling from the tiny stem they have got and put them in the cup and fill around them with the compost, and make sure to water them afterwards, because it's really important that you don't let your seedlings drought. They can go under a transplant shock for a week or so. That's all right. They will recover the transplant shock and will start up growing again nicely. So if you live in a dry climate, it's important that you do water them. Don't let them dry out completely. So just check the soil. If it's the top inch of soil is dry, you need to water them. So that's all for today. So if you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel, as it helps me to make more videos, and click on the bell button so you receive all the notifications. Your opinion matters to us, so please leave a comment. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.